Well, my name is Emma Bentley, and I'm going to tell my age. I'm 70 years old. As you get older and you look hindsight and you get a chance to look back, then you get a chance to see some of the things that you thought was not important, you know, and you just living your life. And as you get older, then you come to the realization of how important something really is. And that's your faith and your trust and your walk with the Lord. I like to think of myself as being a child of God, number one.
Could you just tell me maybe just a few of the biggest ways in your life that God has worked?
Oh my gosh. Through my youth and then getting married and having my children, I had a lot of problems. But I always stayed in prayer. I always just asked God just to help me and to lead and to guide me. And I've just prayed on it all the time. No matter what happened, I stayed in prayer. And when I found out that I had my kidney disease, then it just let me know, said, you know, Emma, God knew what was coming for you. And so that's why you never learn to smoke, you never learn to drink, you lived a clean life. And so when I did that, I asked him, I said, Lord, I said, just let me do what I need to do to carry myself down this journey. I thanked him then because I didn't have any other health problems. And even right now, being on dialysis for 18 years, I have no other health problems. And it's easy to have a pity party.
Yeah.
It's easy, really easy to have a pity party. And then I think, you're still here. You're still functioning. You're still moving. He woke you up this morning. He said you're on the side of the bed. You know what I'm saying? He just keeps, and sometimes I don't feel like doing anything. But then I have to laugh and I have to tell myself that's all part of being old. Like I said, I'm 70, so now I've got excuses where I used to didn't have excuses for things like that. So now I have excuses. If I don't want to do anything, I'll just put it on my age. I said, I'm old and I don't want to do it. And that's okay. God allows me to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
that's how I try to do it day by day.
How many kids do you have and how many grandkids now?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I lose count. I have four of my own, my four children. And then I think between the four of them, it's maybe 7. I don't know. And then the grandkids. So I think it's 13 grandkids altogether. Okay, we got to go with great, and then great.
Oh.
So I'm on the 3rd generation. I raised my children, my birth children, and then I took custody of my daughter's children, and now I'm helping to raise my daughter's children. So that's where the great come in there. So like I said, it's like 13 grandkids. I mean, great grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's quite a few. I lose track. I love them all. I know where they are. So
Yeah.
I don't have to buy gifts and throw birthday parties and all that kind of stuff nowadays. So shoot.
What kinds of things do you pray for especially for your family?
Oh my gosh. I do a whole lot of praying for my family. One thing, the biggest thing is for them to know God and the pardon of their sins. To really know God. And not just know God when you run into some problems. To know God inside out.
I wonder if you could tell me, how did you first meet your People of Praise neighbors here?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I've been down here in this house, I think 4 years. And when I moved here, they were already on the corner. I knew of the men's missionary, but I didn't know about the women's, which was on the opposite side of the street. But they would come down and they would talk to me, and I would talk to them, and they would always ask me if I wanted prayer or something like that. Always ask. We always had prayer, but they just kind of got into my my soul, and that's why I call them my missionary family, because they have been here for me in prayer. They've been here for me in support. They've been here just for everything I need. Going to the doctor, I need to go to the doctor. They take me to the doctor. I need something from the store. They go to the store for me. And when the sisters walk down the street, they wave at me. The brothers do too. They wave at me, and I usually get up in the morning and open up my curtain so I can see. My daughter moved my bed so I can't see them like I used to. But they wave, and I was saying, I wished I could put a hand in the window so that I could wave back. But they still do. When they walk by, they wave, and but something like that might not seem like something to a lot of people, but to me, it means a whole lot. It's just the idea that somebody could take the time walking down the street and say hi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people maybe not ever get that, and they might never ever understand. But my missionary family, I'm getting choked up. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, I am. I'm getting choked up because they have truly been a blessing to me. I don't know about nobody else in this neighborhood, but it's been a blessing to me, and I love them all. I know God had a plan for me. I swear for God, I know He had a plan for me. I've always tried to stay optimistic. Always from the beginning, all I ever wanted was to love and be loved. I always wanted to be a good person. And it's true. I am a good person, and I do love. And I think about some of the things that I would like to be that I wasn't, but I was a good mother. I was a good wife. I've been a good soldier. I'm sorry.
No.
It's just, I have so much to be thankful for. I've had so many people, I can't tell you, people praise came into my life, and they was there for me. I tell my kids all the time, you never know when somebody is going to cross your path. It's going to be a blessing, or it's going to be something that you'll never forget. I've had so many people, because I've always tried to be good. I always said I always wanted to be Christ-like.
Yeah.
So I've always tried to always be, I always prayed, this is something I've always prayed for. I've always prayed not to have malice, not to be envious, not to be mean, and none. Those are the things I've always prayed for. I've always prayed. I've always turned the other cheek, because that's what God did. He turned the other cheek. And through my life, I've had things that has happened to me, but I never got hard. One of the things that I tell my kids, and I laugh about this here, be careful what you pray for. I just thank Him for just allowing me to have this journey and to walk with me through this. And when He says it's time for me to lay down, I'm going to lay down, and I'm going to lay down with my head up, because I know that I did a good job. So I know I'm going to claim my crown.